Yo, what's up guys? It's Vader and I'm back with another video for you guys today. And as promised, mentioned it on the previous video, I'm actually going to talk about my how I would rank the Predator movies in order. And this is all just my personal taste on them, but I would actually say this is probably the best order. Well, it's justified. It just depends on like what films that you like. But anyway, I'll just basically start by saying that I'll give a detailed description on why I think that obviously why I'm rating it so high up, and then obviously as we progress down you'll understand why. So anyway, so the first ranking is definitely the first Predator. You can't beat the first Predator because you think you're just watching one of Arnold's classic movies, and then all of a sudden the Predator just comes into the mix. And honestly, the fucking special effects still live up today. Honestly, not they've came the movies that have came after it have tried their best to mimic it, but honestly, I really doubt that we'll get a film that's as good as the first Predator. Honestly, it's just a classic movie, and honestly, without the first Predator, you wouldn't like get any of the other ones anyway. So that's another reason why it's so high up there. And like obviously the action, the music score by I think it's Alan Silvestri that done the score for the film as well. Plus Arnold's acting and the camaraderie between the actors themselves. Like the casting choice is second to none. Obviously Arnold, then you've got Carol Weathers, Jesse the Body Ventura, and then you've got Bill Duke, Sonny Landham, and a whole bunch of Shane Black, who we'll get onto him later on down the reviews, or the ranking should I say. But yeah, honestly, Predator 1 is by far the best Predator film ever, because it adds. I was watching a review on someone talking about this before. The first one of many of these like classic movie sci-fi films, they always add in the most to it, and that is actually fucking true with the first Predator, because you feel, especially that last reveal where you see him take off his mask and you've got like the clicking of like the mandibles, and you're like that. Wow, honestly, what a fucking film. It still remains my favourite film as well. That's why it's so high up in the list as well, is because like it's my favourite film of all time. And I just love Arnold's character in it as well, because he goes through quite a journey in it as well. Obviously starts off as a Marine, but then as the film gradually like progresses, he understands that it's hunting them one by one, as Billy states. He's killing us like a hunter, one at a time. So he basically like ends up with that mentality, like I have to basically like think how this thing hunts, and that's basically what ends up happening. He ends up basically winning against it, like covering himself in mud, exploiting the Predator's weaknesses and stuff. But yeah, enough about Predator 1, I could talk about that film all the time. My second one with the ranking would definitely still be Predator 2. I love Predator 2. It's not a perfect film, but it adds something new to the the franchise that we kinda had with Predators, but not really too much. But yeah, I really liked Predator 2. I would say it's still the best sequel, in my opinion anyway. A lot of people say that Prey is like the best one, like the best sequel to the original one. To me, I just still think that Predator 2 is the better sequel. Like, I love Predator 2 so much, and I love the action and the cast, and obviously the soundtrack's really nice as well, because it kind of like has like a more urban theme to it as well. It's still the same composer that does it, Alan Silvestri, but he's like made it more. Obviously, he's like made it more to how the setting is, but it's like obviously like in an urban jungle. Like you've got like the drums and stuff as well. The soundtrack's just amazing. Honestly, the soundtrack's just amazing for that film. And the creature effects on the suit is a lot. You get a lot more out of the Predator in Predator 2. Like he's scaling the buildings and stuff, and it's honestly, it's just an amazing film. And the actors that are in it as well are very big actors as well. Like obviously Danny Glover, Bill Paxton, and then you've got Gary Busey and a whole bunch of other cast members as well. I can't forget the lady's name, and it's Maria Conchita Alonso, basically the chick from The Running Man. But yeah, I really enjoyed Predator 2, and then probably, you knew it was coming for the third ranking. It would probably be Prey. I loved Prey. I was going to put Predators down, but then I watched Predators again, and I'm like, it's kind of just copying like the original, but adding stuff in it as well. So that's why it's not as high up. But I definitely did like Prey, and I would say it deserves number 3 in my ranking. So yeah. Plus the action and the acting in Prey is really good as well. I thought anyway, it was believable. And something that I missed as well in the review when I was talking about Prey, the actual dog was really good in it as well. And I heard stories as well that it was quite hard to work with, but eventually it settled down and all that in the scenes and all that, which I found pretty funny. But yeah, definitely Prey is like the third best Predator movie in my opinion, and then fourth would definitely be Predators. I really enjoyed Predators. I thought Predators was really good, because Predators was going to be number 3, obviously, like I mentioned, because I did go to the theatres to actually watch that, and I actually enjoyed that film. It was something different. Like there was 2 different types of Predators in that film, and I really enjoyed that. But then obviously when I saw Prey, I'm like, this is a better film. But yeah, so Predators is the 4th one. I like the action scenes, and I like the actors in that one. Adrian Brody, the main character, he done really well. Danny Trejo, Lawrence Fishburne, Alicia Braga, the female character Isabel, and then you've got, is it Oleg Trotrovsky, that's the Russian guy, and then what was it? Topher Grace as Edwin. So that's number 4 is Predators, and then number 5, we're getting into AVP territory now, is the first AVP. I really liked the first AVP for what it was worth, just a cheesy action movie about 2 of like cinema's most beloved sci-fi alien slash monsters going up against one another, and I really enjoyed some of the fight scenes in that film. Like, you do get your money's worth for that one, And then the ending where it was like revealed that the main predator, Scar, had a chest buster in him, and obviously that comes out at the end and it's the Pred alien. I did like the action scenes, and the actors themselves do play a really good part in it as well. And some of the scenes where it like has like slow-mo and all that are really good as well. And then for my 6th ranking would probably be Alien vs Predator Requiem. And the reason I put that at 6 isn't just because the film, for the most part, was kind of shit. The only redeeming quality about AVP Requiem was Wolf. And what I liked about Wolf was the fact that he wasn't treated like a movie monster, where obviously like he could be like hurt and stuff. I was actually going to put AVP Requiem before AVP, but then I thought you can't really see it, and I'm judging by that you couldn't really see shit in that movie, and like the action scenes were like too dark. But the Predator was really well done in that film. Like he felt more like a predator than a movie monster in that one, which I liked, because when he did get hurt, you knew he got hurt because he would let out that roar in pain. And then my not last, but certainly not least, ranking of the Predator movies is 2018's shitfest, The Predator. Now, I gave this movie a lot of praise. I thought it was really good. But after watching it again, I'm like, why did I like this film? It is so shit. And I really wish that they would have made a secondary cut of that film, like a director's cut, where it was like it had the stuff in it that they never cut out, because there was a lot of scenes in that film that they cut out that would have actually made a lot more sense to the actual plot. But honestly, that film was just utter garbage, and that's why it's so low in my rating, because it's probably the worst Predator film that we've ever got. Honestly, it's so shit, and it basically almost killed the Predator franchise if it wasn't for Prey. That's another reason why I'm putting Prey in my 3rd for the ranking, because Prey revived the actual Predator franchise. And I will say this about the Predator. I really like the look of the Fugitive Predator. Like, I really like the look of the Fugitive Predator in that film. But then, when he basically got killed off of the upgrade or assassin Predator, or dumb fucker as I like to call him, I just stopped watching, because it wasn't really a Predator film. It just became like a fucking monster movie. And we've seen the formula before as well, where it's like, oh, there's a bigger hunter that's gonna kill the smaller predator. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I just really hated that film. And the fact that the film was directed by one of the cast members in the first film, Shane Black, he did a really bunch of good films as well, but I just don't think he understood where he was going with this film, The Predator, because it was basically more of an action film with comedic, like lots of comedic jokes in it and all that. Like the Predator looks like Whoopi Goldberg. Like just, what is it the guy says again? Just imagine an extraterrestrial version of Whoopi Goldberg, and that's basically what you've got. And I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? But I will say I will say the only redeeming quality, other than the Fugitive Predator, of course, that I liked, was the casting of Thomas Jane and Keegan Michael. Is it Keegan Michael Key? They were like honestly the two best parts in that film. The main character, is it Boyd Holbrook, I think his name is. He was so bland. I think it was really weird in that film. Like, the supporting cast do a much better job than the actual main character in that film. And honestly, guys, that's just fucked in my opinion. Like, the supporting cast was actually better than your main actor, your main character. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, that's going to end it for my rankings. I hope you guys have enjoyed them. And to recap, my rankings are Predator, Predator 2, Prey, Predators, the first AVP, and then the second AVP, and then the dumpster known as the Predator. And I think that's a really good ranking in my opinion anyway. Like, I'm not saying Prey should have been number 2. If Prey was number 2, definitely Predator 2 would have been number 2, but I definitely have a soft spot for Predator 2, like most people. I think Predator 2 is a really good movie. Not as good as the original, but it's like a hidden gem. It's a really good movie. But yeah, guys, I hope you have enjoyed my thoughts on the Predator movies, and obviously the ranking as well. I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay that I've showed as well. Obviously, this is Fallout 4 with a Predator mod on it. So yeah, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video and my thoughts on my ranking on the Predator movies themselves. So as ever, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, share and subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers, guys, thanks so much for watching. Take it easy, guys.